It's time for a little story. A story for men. Maybe some women would benefit from this. How men resolve problems. The positive way men solve problems. I don't know, about a year ago, there's a fella on YouTube by the name of Coach Greg Adams. He is a red-pilled fella who is kind of a go-your-own-way guy, very sane, rational. I would say he is the type of fella that embodies sanity, clarity, and reason. Not every single personality that embodies sanity, clarity, and reason has to be like me. It's okay. Sanity, clarity, and reason are expressed through a wide number, a very broad number of personalities. And Coach Greg Adams had done something, mentioned me in a video where he disagreed with some things. And, I wouldn't quite say they were fighting words, but it wasn't, how can I put it? It wasn't the most complimentary thing. And someone alerted me to it. One of my followers alerted me to it. I think he also mentioned people like Richard Cooper in it as well. I tend to think that he was being rational. He wasn't just talking smack. I know that, because I don't think he's a talking smack kind of guy. And he got invited to the 21 convention to speak. And I thought, wait, there's a guy talking shit. There's a difference between talking shit and talking smack. And I thought, am I going to share the stage with a guy who's talking shit about me? And I'm kind of or I should say, I used to be kind of an in-your-face kind of person. Confront you, like this close kind of person. And I don't want to say violent, but I would say very aggressive. And I'm 60 years old now. The only thing that I want to be aggressive with is a ribeye steak. Everything else I want to be at peace with. As a man gets older, he realizes what he can and cannot do. But also, as an adopter of sanity, clarity, and reason, I need to view this in a mature manner and as a man. And I thought, I'm going to share the stage with a guy that's talking shit about me? Son of a gun. And I had to come to my senses. Number one, when I speak at a conference, I'm there for the audience, not for the guy who's on the stage before me or the stage after me. How I get along with them is of no consequence. It doesn't matter. I'm there for the audience and for the message. And what I don't want to do is erupt in feminine energy and be offended and disruptive and destructive. So I said to the organizer of the conference, at the time I had some piss and vinegar in me about the situation. And my cooler temperament prevailed. And I felt like, all right, I need to talk to this guy. And I don't want to do it in a video talking shit, talking smack. I wanted the guy's number and I wanted to talk to him, so I did obtain it. And he had my number, I had his number, and we played phone tag a little bit. And then when we finally reached each other, I said, Coach Greg Adams, this is George Bruno. Notice I called him Coach Greg Adams, not Greg. The reason is, well, it's kind of like what I tell my children. Let's say your name is Dave Smith. My kids will call you Mr. Smith until you instruct them. No, please call me Dave. And they got that from their dad. So to me, Coach Greg Adams was Coach Greg Adams. You respect the rank. Always respect the rank. I knew nothing about him except that there was some, I don't want to say negative data, but it wasn't favorable to me. And I introduced myself to him. And we talked. And all of a sudden, the walls that were between us started falling, left and right, until it was just me, a man talking to a man. By the end of the phone call, he was Greg to me, and I was George to him. All that being said, now I'm going to see Greg at a conference this fall, Coach Greg Adams. What will be my response, being that I've never seen him in person? What will be my response when I see him? I will tell you what my response will be. When I see him, I will walk towards him with a little bit of spring in my step. And it's not going to be like this. I'm going to put my hand out. I'm going to shake his hand. And we're going to hug each other, and I'm going to give that guy the tightest hug he ever got. Because I'm happy to see him, because we work things out. And I can call him. Actually, I just texted him before I made this video, just to give him a heads up that I'm mentioning him in a video. And what you witnessed is two men working things out. This is what men do. They're on the anvil, being hammered. Okay? The imperfections come out. The heat softens us, and we allow situations to mold us, to shape us. Iron sharpening iron. Right now, Coach Greg Adams is a friend. Do we believe exactly the same way about things? Nope. Does it matter? Nope, it doesn't. Because when I see him, it'll be man to man, not content creator to content creator. I can now watch any of his videos and go, you know what? He makes sense. He can watch mine and say, that makes sense. And I haven't been able to have that kind of relationship with a lot of people in the men's community and other content creators. I wish I could. I wish I could. I just wanted to share with you how men solve issues. There's been times where I've had issues with people on social media, and I would say, call me, DM me now. And we did it. And everything turned out really cool. And you know, there's a human being behind those words. You don't know if that person didn't get a good night's sleep the night before, if their mom died, they got a flat tire on the way to work, they woke up on the wrong side of the bed. That's not your problem. But as a man, you take those things into consideration. As a peacemaker, which all men should be, there's a time for everything. There's a time to bear the sword, and there's a time to be a referee. There's a time to make peace. So when I see him, and I introduce him to people that don't know him, it'll be, hey, Brian, meet Coach Greg Adams, because I respect the rank or the title. And that's who he is to me. But that's how men deal with issues. We don't bitch and moan and snipe. Some do. And it's a hard lesson to learn. I haven't always been that way. The only, like I said, the only thing that I want to wage war on is a ribeye and a glass of red wine. Everyone else I want to be at peace at. And if anyone else here is watching this and I got a beef with you, let's talk it out. Let's talk it out. I can do that. That's not a problem. And I encourage you to do the same, to apply sanity, clarity, and reason to all your conflict. You know, because when you win a battle with somebody, I mean, if it's not like a physical battle, you know, where there's a belt or a trophy or a prize for like winning something. When you win an argument with somebody, what did you really win? Did it make you taller? Did it make you smarter? Did you make any more money as a result of it? No. Your ego just got a little bit bigger. And I say that we start speaking from the heart, and more from the heart and less from the ego. You ever notice there's no such thing as ego on a deathbed? You're all heart on a deathbed. What if we started living that way now? I'm not saying put down your sword, because there's a time for a sword. There's time to go to battle. But there's also a time for peace. But you can't automatically always go into battle mode. Take that fist, loosen it up. The same hand that makes a fist and can destroy and create war is the very same hand that can greet and comfort and encourage. Just a real life lesson about what happened, not some made-up fake story. This is what really happened. And I hope you get to see me and Coach Greg Adams greet each other for the first time.